Mourinho is back to work. Great news for United. New scandal at Real. Vinícius enraged and leaving Madrid. All of this and more in today's episode. Friends, true madness is really happening in Lisbon, and it only confirms that this season will be hot. Club president Rui Costa officially confirmed that Bruno Lage is leaving the head coach position after a catastrophic defeat to Qarabağ. But who will replace him? Jurgen Klopp could become the new coach of Benfica. Such rumors circulated in the media in recent days, but the epochal rumors were replaced by an equally loud reality. Jose Mourinho himself became the new coach of the Eagles. The special one just left Fenerbahce after an unsuccessful performance, but it seems he didn't miss being unemployed for long. When I was offered the opportunity to coach Benfica, I didn't think twice. It interests me. What coach would refuse Benfica? Not me. Returning to Benfica is not the end of my career. I left my previous club 3 or 4 weeks ago. I didn't plan to remain unemployed until the end of the season. It's not my style. I wanted to coach, said the Portuguese coach. And here begins the most interesting part. Mourinho says he wanted to coach, but, as it turns out, he also earns very well when he doesn't succeed. It seems Jose is the only coach in the world for whom being fired has become a business model. See for yourself. Over his career, he has received an incredible amount in severance pay. From Chelsea, in 2007, 21 million euros, from Real Madrid, 19 million, again from Chelsea, 14 million euros, from Manchester United in 2018, 17 million euros, from Tottenham he received a whopping 35 million euros, from Roma, 4 million euros, and most recently from Fenerbahce, 15 million euros. In total, it comes out to a simply astronomical sum, 125 million euros. So, while other coaches are looking for work, Jose Mourinho profits from his failures, and then, as if nothing happened, takes on a new project. Will Benfica be his next triumph, or will it simply add another figure to his already impressive financial record? Only time will tell. It seems not everything is as bad at Manchester United as it seemed at first glance. While players are losing faith in Amorim, and fans are sounding the alarm over results, the club has announced a real financial triumph. The Red Devils reported record revenues £666 million for the 2025 financial year. Imagine! This happened despite the team not playing in the Champions League. The club's operating losses decreased to £18 million, which is many times less than last year. And this is even despite crazy additional expenses of £36 million, which include compensation for the dismissal of Erik ten Hag and his coaching staff. Manchester United also set an absolute record for ticket sales and membership subscriptions, earning £160 million on match days. This is simply incredible. It seems that on the field, United is going through a crisis. But, as a business project, it is stronger than ever. We just have to understand when this crazy money will finally start bringing results on the field too. Bayern simply annihilated Chelsea with a score of 3-1 in a crazy Champions League match. And the real hero of this encounter was, of course, Harry Kane, who scored 2 goals and was recognized as the man of the match. But the most interesting thing here is what his coach Vincent Kompany said. Instead of talking about the goals everyone saw, he chose to praise Kane for his off-the-ball work. I don't have much to say about things everyone can see. What I can say is, look at his work off the ball. Look at how he presses, helps the team, wins the ball back. It's important for him, if he expends so much energy, to get rewarded and have moments to score. We can talk about talent and quality, but I constantly emphasize this side of the game, because it takes a lot of hard work to be where he is, Kompany said. We are used to seeing 2-year-old Kane churning out goals this season. He has already scored 10 goals and provided 3 assists in just 6 matches at club level. But Kompany shows that behind these numbers is much more than just talent. This shows the true philosophy of the coach. What do you think about such a statement? Does such dirty work really make stars even greater? While you were following the crazy matches in the Champions League, we found a statistic that will really make you think. It turns out that in the Champions League match between Atlético Madrid and Liverpool, an incredible event took place. The only English footballer in the starting lineup of both teams was Conor Gallagher. The Atlético player started the game from the very first minutes, while in the lineup of his native team, Liverpool, there was not a single Englishman. Can you imagine that? This was the first time since 2006 that the only Englishman in the starting lineup of a Champions League match involving an English club was a representative of a team not from England. And who was that only Englishman back then? It was the legendary David Beckham, who in March 2006 played for Real Madrid against Arsenal. It is simply incredible how much football has changed. Once upon a time, English players were the heart of their teams, and now, even in matches between European giants, they have become a rare phenomenon. What do you think about this statistic? Does it show the globalization of football or the crisis of English talent? Write your opinion in the comments. Incredible, friends, but it is a fact. On the eve of the new Champions League season, Manchester City's head coach Pep Guardiola made a statement that made many people think. He declared that his team is not a contender for winning the tournament. Obviously, we are not contenders for the title. We will just enjoy the moment. We are happy to be here after the journey we have gone through, so we are focused only on the upcoming game and on starting the tournament well. We have more matches than in previous seasons, but if we start with a bad result, it can be difficult. Last season, we drew in the first match against Inter. I hope we can achieve more, said Pep. It seems that Pep wants to take all the pressure off his players and make them play their football without thinking about the result. But on the other hand, maybe he simply sees that his team is not ready for such a battle. But let's be honest, Guardiola's words sound very strange to us. Isn't this statement just another attempt to outsmart everyone? Maybe Pep simply wants the opponents to relax, and then, as always, to show everyone that he is the best. I think we will find out very soon. It looks like a new scandal is brewing in the camp of Real Madrid. Behind the scenes of Los Blancos, the mood is far from perfect, and at the center of it all is the team's main star, Vinicius Junior. According to ESPN, the Brazilian's inner circle is seriously concerned about the attitude towards him from the new head coach, Xabi Alonso. It seems they believe that Alonso does not trust Vinicius the way Carlo Ancelotti did, since under the new manager, the Brazilian has played a full match only once. While the situation on the pitch is tense, off the pitch, things look even worse. Real Madrid's management is unhappy with the way Vinicius's representatives are handling negotiations regarding the extension of his contract. The club was confident that the new deal was almost finalized, but after the player changed some of the terms, everything was left hanging in the air. The player's entourage believes that the proposed €20 million per year is not good enough, considering that he currently earns €17 million. However, according to Transfermarkt, the talks about a new contract with Real have stalled, more because of the player's ambitions. Vini wants a salary on the level of Mbappe, while the club is not ready to break its internal financial hierarchy. But does Junior really deserve such a salary? After all, right now Mbappe is the true leader of the team, and in some matches carries the team almost on his own, not counting a few scandalous penalties, but that is another story. And what about Vinicius? Just a good winger with an unstable character. Because of this, the Blancos bosses have, for the first time, spoken about the risk of losing Vinicius as a free agent in 2027. And if the situation does not change soon, Vinicius Junior may become the biggest transfer explosion of next summer. The most likely option is the English Premier League. That is where the clubs are that have both the financial capabilities and the ambition to afford such a player. A few candidates can be highlighted here. Manchester City is always looking for top players, and Pep Guardiola has long admired Vini's technique. The club has the financial resources to meet his demands. Chelsea, with their crazy transfer policy, will definitely try to sign Vinicius, as he fits perfectly into their strategy. They will not spare money to get another superstar. Liverpool also cannot be excluded from this list, especially after their wild transfer campaign this summer. The club showed that it is ready to buy whichever players it wants, no matter the cost, and Vinicius, with his speed and dribbling, would be ideal for their high-pressing system. Outside of England, there is also another very obvious option. That is, of course, Paris Saint-Germain. The Parisians always strive to acquire the brightest stars in order to strengthen their status. If the club loses one of its current leaders, Vinicius would become the main candidate to take his place. They could offer him a salary that would satisfy even the most demanding requests from his entourage. And do not forget about Saudi Arabia. Although Vinícius himself has repeatedly stated that he wants to win the Ballon d'Or, representatives of the Pro League have already prepared a package of €1 billion for his transfer. And although this seems unlikely for now, financial pressure can change everything. In any case, if Vinícius does not sign a contract with Real Madrid, we are in for the hottest transfer saga. That's it for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Keep watching for more football action, and have a wonderful day.